get these bows and they fly out my hand. Out of your friends on my face, run a deuce. I got niggas begging me to make a nigga poof. 3 4 cars parked.
Alright. What's up, fellas? Alright, you guys. Oh shit, we're showing. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in here. Oh shit. Make the bass go through. I mean, dread. Alright, you fucks. So, let's go based off ChatGPT, how the market ended up closing today. So overall, if you go into the market and you see how it played out, you have the Fed, the S&P near its all-time high on Monday after closing on fucking Friday, in close to the new all-time high range. Actually created a new all-time high. And then we had that pullback on Monday, which I fucking didn't like. Right here, we had this pullback in the morning. And then the fact that Tuesday was the Fed and there was no, normally in the market, let me fast forward this shit. Normally in the market, before the Fed talks or there's an event like that, there'll be this whole, we're gonna go to a new all-time high. He's gonna talk about interest rate, just this pushness to push investors, retailers to invest because we're going to a new all-time high, especially if it's on a Tuesday and by Friday, all the excitement should have been happening or whatnot. The market should have been fucking, excitement, but it wasn't that. There was a lot of cautious. There was no, the market, you can feel it, you can see it. The market was really dry. The market was really cautious. Normally there's an excitement, it's the end of the year rally, we're about the all-time high. The candles weren't showing you that. The candle was showing you fucking fear, cautious. Because also, when you go to your forward candle, let me take my indicator off. When you go to the forward candle, this was this range right here between 6,910 to 6,920. We needed to maintain that, especially this upper price range. We need to stay above 6,910, like I mentioned. That was your support. That was your we're gonna fall. I think did it do it? Yeah. Also because we had a 3 candle box in an 8-hour time frame. So what this was telling me is like I said again, this price 6,912.10 whatever, and this price right here 6,920 was your way to break out or break down. Especially, I said this before, in a 3 candle box, if the third candle doesn't end up completing, going and breaking out and completing the pattern, especially when it's going up, it's red, green, red, and you see this right here. So let's say if you would have seen, it's like seeing this green line being pressed all the way down here. Then that meant that the fourth candle needed to hold above the third candle, especially the first 3-4 hours, to continue that bullishness and that momentum to break on up finally. But if it starts fucking pushing on down, especially the first 2-3 hours, especially in a 4-hour candle just closing there, especially what time frame it is, and if it stays there too long and it closes below the third one, it's telling you, hey, this pattern, this confirmation didn't go through, and we're about to have a reversal and we're gonna start going on down. This pattern was red, green, red, But even though we have this pushing up still here, again, the 4-1 need to maintain above it at least. This was a 8-hour candle, so the first 3-4 candles need to stay above easily. The first 2 to 3 hours need to stay above. If by the fourth hour it crossed below and then just stayed, that was telling me, hey, we're gonna go down. So I wasn't really paying attention to this, but I did mention it, and I even fucking put it on my, yeah, I even put it here, 8-hour 3 candle boxes, and I did it yesterday on my video. So once I saw that how it's playing out, I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna start going down from here. We're gonna going down from here, and our target is gonna be that weekly trend line. This one right here. And that's why I have this trend line right here. This marker right here. Because this is a weekly trend line. Let me take all my shit off. That's been active since when? Can't even see it. Okay, so that trend line is actually a trend line. It's actually the top of this weekly. So as I was trying to see the trend, the upper trend, I don't know what you call it. I also put it for a breakout, for a potential breakout. So as the market was coming up here, this is telling me, hey, this is where the weekly trend line for this, for the pattern the market's been doing. We're coming to a squeeze, and we're potentially gonna break them up and shoot above that trend line. Now I'll leave that trend line, so when it comes back down, that trend line indicates to me, hey, either we're gonna hold here, or this is it for the market, and we're gonna start breaking down. That's why I put a weekly and a daily, so that when the market does reverse and it starts breaking those daily and weekly trend line that the market had above over here, it was telling me, hey, it's oversold, it's overbought, and we're gonna start retracing, going on down. So on the daily, I did it from, I believe, from right here to right here. Let me see. I took it off already. Yeah, I took it off because the move already happened. But originally, it was really from here to here. Oh, still there. It's right here. I just took the trend line marker on. So once I saw the market do this right here, this was my first sign that, hey, we overbought. And then once we get to this one, it's like, hey, now we're gonna start drop. The real drop is gonna stop, or this is your last confirming. This is your last area hold, pretty much. It's either hold here and continue it, or we're gonna break that weekly trend line that signal me overbought, and we gonna have some sort of pullback. And then that's why I said that I could see gold doing a head and shoulders on a weekly. So here's your shoulder, here's your head, and I see gold coming down here to these prices and doing this bullshit here. And once it comes down and creates support and starts doing this shit, the other shoulder is gonna start forming. I believe gold's gonna come down here to these regions and bullshit. Because I can see a potential maybe be here at the bottom, and then gold just bullshitting here. Or how could it be doing just testing the support? I mean, testing the resistance that it broke through. And it's gonna come down and test these regions right here. And you also have a trend line right here too. A weekly trend line. And I think that's the one that's on it right now, testing it. So it's actually a weekly. It's orange because it was telling me it's a daily, but it's actually a weekly, so it's even more important. And that's where we currently are right now. Sheesh. So this is gonna be it for gold. I mean, and for silver. Like, this is the bottom for gold and silver. Or again, if the market continues with this or whatnot, again, because you just saw how, yeah, it's gonna trying to create support in this region right here. It's gonna break that trend line and start going down to this area that I told you, that support, that resistance that it broke after it came up. And it's either gonna fail it and start testing it. That's when you're gonna start hitting your head and shoulders area, this area right here. Also, we just went to war with Venezuela, which is one of the things that I mentioned how he was gonna use it, and I was wondering when he was gonna do it, when they were gonna do it, because it's not he. He is not he does not have a fucking map and be like, all right, you guys, so here's a map. We're gonna take we're gonna get 2 boats. You know those boats with those cannons that I told you guys to build? Cause because we now we have a lot. They're big, they're huge. I did the blueprint. No, but so you don't have him doing all this shit. He has there's a whole fucking people behind him doing the fucking move. He just the fucking the puppet. And they did it today. They did it last night on the day of fucking New Year. What a fucking better day, than New Year's to celebrate death, to celebrate blood, to celebrate destruction. It's like a blessing from America. It's like a blessing from God to us. Like God bless us with these guns and ammo. Let's go fucking kill people, in the fucking New Year. Let's start the fucking year right, America. So, and I believe that's why after the market went down yesterday and stay there, and then you see this fake move out in the morning today. So early in the morning today, I saw this recuperating to going back to the same area, and I was like, it makes sense because if it wasn't for, I believe the Venezuela thing is bringing the market down, made the market all worried too. So what was I say? Yeah, I believe it wasn't because of the war, the issue, because I think that's what the market is hanging on to right now, especially because at the end of the year you're starting off with the war. It's and then the Federal Reserve just said, "Yo, we still off what we left off, and now I haven't changed my mind." And not just that, you have next week coming up with big fucking data. So it's also why the market isn't crashing on down. It's worried, it's cautious, but it's not fucking panicking because they know next week is a big data. So it doesn't make sense for investors, retailers, banks, whoever the fuck is investing in this shit to sell their stocks and all this shit when we could just get next week could be that red flag that the Fed needs to say, okay, we gotta step in and do rate cuts. That's it. That's the labor market that we needed. We gotta do it now. And then the market's gonna consolidate and stay, all this bullshit or whatnot. Or that data is gonna be again just enough data to get investors, the market worried, where it's gonna fucking just keep on dragging more, and you're gonna have more bombings and war in Iraq or Russia, and they're gonna have that uncertainty with the market, and but then you got earnings the second week of January. So first week of January, we're gonna get hit with this fucking big fat data, and then third week we're gonna get hit with banks. No, my bad. First week we're gonna get hit with that fucking data and shit, and then the second week we're gonna get hit with banks, and then the third week is gonna be that's when you start getting your Teslas and your Microsoft and all that shit or whatnot. So seems like the Nasdaq, S&P 500, they're all screaming crypto. They're all saying, "Yo, this is probably the peak for now, you guys. We're probably gonna take a little pause, little sideways, whatnot." But that's what it could look. Same area. Same area has a move. Wicks, 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 wicks. On the 50 for the daily. Wicks, 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 wicks. On that fucking 3 candle box for the weekly area, still stuck below that. And like I said, if the 4th candle doesn't fucking stay above and complete it and shoot on up and it goes back down and stays there below it, it's gonna go on down. So they're trying to hold this area as the bottom. Meanwhile, the market consolidates and does all this fucking dropping. And they're gonna try to hold this area as a bottom till the market starts recovering mid-January or whatnot, or again, because Bitcoin's telling you, like the market is telling you, yo, we might fucking just be peaking right here. We might not. We're not gonna have. We didn't have a fucking center rally. That's what everybody was hoping for. That's why your Thursday, your Friday was holding. And then Monday opens. You know what? nah, fuck, nah, this. And then Tuesday comes, yeah, we don't, hey, we. So the market's like, okay, we're not having that rally, but we're not worried. We're not. And then here comes the bombs. I was like, all right, we're a little bit more scared now, but we're not panicking because we still know next week we got that fucking data. Um, for a second, I thought my face was looked like Roblox. Fucking thing. Anyways, again, even Ethereum below inside of that weekly. But you see how? So here's that weekly three candle box area. Ethereum also did it. Notice how Ethereum broke, but four candles started getting weaker. And there, notice how Ethereum isn't as weak as Bitcoin, which that's what I go based off more Ethereum. Yeah, Bitcoin could be you're looking all worried, all bloody and whatnot, but it's Ethereum the one you want to pay attention to. Sort of when you look at silver and gold. Sometimes gold will looking all heavy or whatnot, but whole gold, I mean silver will have that. It'll show you first. They'll indicate to you first. And also the one that guides me is Bitmine. And as of now, Bitmine isn't looking good. It also lit a weekly three candle box. Same as Ethereum. Looking at how it broke down the fourth one, and the fifth one gets game. So it's identical to Ethereum. It's just that I don't like this. I keep saying that Bitmine has to go above 29. Have to go above 29 to show me strength in Ethereum, to show me strength in crypto. If we keep staying below the 27 range, we're gonna go on down. And option callers are putting a lot of options that Ethereum's gonna go down. Even though they're not doing it with Ethereum, Bitmine is a representation of Ethereum. So since people can't do options with Ethereum, they go on Bitmine. So it shows you what's sentiment with crypto in a way, whatnot, how people see it more as going down. Now, if I go to my handy dandy top flow, yeah, bearish as fuck. Look, all the calls options that are fucking leaving, not even staying in. Look, even calls. So like the market is really worried. The market is really, you got negative for puts and negative for calls, meaning there's outflow of puts and calls. You got retail, whoever the fuck it is, making puts at what is it? 643. Wait, did I read that right? Oh, 680. Okay, okay, yeah, okay. 620. Oh, we're reading the wrong one. 685 and calls at 684. 685 and 684. For the ones that are fucking doing calls right now, don't do fucking calls. You guys are fucking retarded. The market's gonna keep on going on down. It's already 12:30. This is the time when the 4 hour candle. This is your weak. Do you think this is your weak spot? This is your reversal. This is where the market starts telling you where we're gonna start going. In between your 12:45 to 1:30, that's when the market starts positioning investors, banks. They start positioning and then correct itself and go for the actual move or whatnot. So for those of you that are putting on call for the S&P, you're doing the wrong fucking move, brother. S&P and the Nasdaq, they're identical. It's like it's like it's like silver and gold. They're both giving you the three candle box in an 8 hour time frame. You go get, even on the daily, silver was giving you a heads up. like I said, once the fourth one doesn't go above and stay below, especially the first couple hours. In this case, it's daily. So especially the when your first 4 8 hours, especially your first 4 hour candle doesn't sustain above to carry on with the 8 hour candle and all that, and it stays below. So let me look, see right here, as the market was going down back to this area, the fake out, continue with the drag. Yup, and here's another one. 8 hour candle, 3 candle box. It closed today at 12 at night. Oh, this was an easy one. You had it inside of a you had a a this perfect beautiful area right here was telling you your selling zone right here. You had your it was inside of a 8 candle, which was I'm pretty sure the same fucking area where watch. Daily 3 candle box. They were all the original one. This one right here. This daily 3 candle box. All right, so I'm gonna take that off now. Oh, there it was. So there's an 8 hour 3 candle box. So we're going taking this one out. 8 hour 3 candle support. Eight-hour 3 candle resistance. Oh, and it was a 7 o'clock one. Oh, that's what happened. 7 o'clock. So just like the S&P 500, notice how silver and gold did the same shit. Did the fake movement at 7 in the morning, and then once 8 o'clock came up or 7 o'clock came up, same with the S&P. Yeah, same move. That's when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's a fake. We're gonna continue going on down, but we're not gonna continue going on down strong. That's why I don't want to. I also don't want to touch it because I know we're not going. I know it's gonna do this shit. It's not gonna go on down, keep going because we have data next fucking week. So it wouldn't make sense for the market to start panicking, selling their fucking shit right now when they don't even know how the data's gonna come out next week. It's not like, hey, look, we have so important data coming out on Friday or on Wednesday. Let's sell my stock right now. That way, when data comes out on Wednesday, I can buy short and fucking go up. No, the market doesn't know how it's gonna come out, so that's what the market is doing this. That's when the market's not having a panic sell, or it's not breaking down like it should on a fucking regular drop. And that's what you're seeing the same thing with gold and silver. They're gonna consolidate in this region. They're not gonna fucking start dropping. They're gonna end up in red, dropping ish, like where you see right now. But they're not gonna have. You're not gonna see this momentum happening or whatnot. You're gonna see just the market. You're gonna see the market do this. It's not. It's not going down. It's gonna do this shit right here. It's gonna consolidate. It's just gonna be doing this shit. That's all it's gonna be doing. Kind of like right here. That's all it's gonna be doing. Just doing all this fucking bullshit till it starts getting fucking resistance support and all that fucking bullshit starts going up. But what I do normally right here, I'll do that. I'll mark it up. I'll go to the highest candle. mark it up. That way, in the future, once it cross paths, you'll see the trend line. You'll see the market be doing this bullshit. And once it ever does come to this 50 area right here, you'll see you'll see a bunch of signals. You'll see the Fibonacci. You'll see that the trend line is by the area right where the candle is coming up to it. So all these things are telling you, hey, we're about to fucking break up. Another thing that I fucking noticed about the fucking dollar. So the dollar's weekly 50 Fibonacci used to be all the way up here. All the way up here. And I just noticed it went right here. So this is telling me that now instead of worrying about like, because at first that makes sense, it makes sense, but like having the weekly 50 all the way up there and not knowing really where the tight spot is gonna be at, but now that you have the weekly Fibonacci right here in the zone, that means a lot because either the dollar is gonna start rejecting below that weekly 50 and sort of consolidating it, hitting it, and then that's where you're gonna see gold and silver also just get weaker and just sideways and whatnot. The moment you start seeing the next week, and so in these next 2 weeks, like rejecting below that, and we get closer to, especially this next week coming up, if this important, it's too much too into the future, but just just I'm glad that happened because now it's gonna be way more easier for me to really and seeing where gold is at and seeing where everything is at. This is gonna signal me a lot because it was already helping me, and by helping me, I mean by marking it down as the dollar was going down, and you can see here even form a 3 candle box for the weekly. So this was telling me that yo, gold is about to fucking skyrocket because we're about to fucking sink, and that's what happened. So I even put it on here. Hey, gold will rally after crossing below, and the fact that we were on a weekly above it, that's why I was like, oh shit, gold and silver are gonna fucking skyrocket. So now after we broke that, the next one is this one right here, bigger move below this. That's why you can see that's when gold was peaking in this area right here in silver. And then now it drops, so fucking gold recover, but it's still below that rally area, and not just that, now it's a 50. So keep here having this, and we started rejecting, forming some sort of down movement where it's like a higher high, higher low, higher high, and then higher low as we start going down. I was like, yo, get ready for fucking silver and gold to start fucking flying again. So I'm glad it fucking set up like this. I know I'm confusing you with all these lines, but I'm excited. I'm excited. What else? What else? What else? What else? See, I knew this was gonna be forming. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. The way, just the way they did it, the way you did it, you're clearly fucking trying to uh liquidate and mind fuck us a lot. Just how October ended and then November started and then December with the happiness and then again with the emotions have been fucking to a point where everybody's like, yo, like it's smart. I like this shit. I like how they fucking play this shit. They can't play me, but I like how they play this shit. And like I said, the Nasdaq was telling me in the 3 monthly candle. Then that the fact that we're to the end of this, so just like I said, the fourth one needs to stay above this easily, fucking for the first week. The first, I don't know how what day is coming out, but easily the first 3 days because I know it's gonna be impact fucking data. And if by the whatever by Thursday, Wednesday, if or by Wednesday or Thursday we're still below this, I get ready to fucking for the market to dump some more. And you guys see this candle complete. The next, no, not complete, but you gotta start seeing the next candle being complete. the week will start getting bad data, which is good data for the market, or just bad data to like recession fears and numbers, labors, all that bullshit, and you're sort of start seeing the fourth candle complete and end in red, or again, it could be that Friday data that will fucking recover and get the market back in here. But again, it's the whole month. So that's what's gonna be interesting, keeping track of the last 2 weeks to if we are fucking dumping, to pay attention to the last 2 weeks because that's when we're gonna start getting the earnings from the big guys. And that could be the week that comes and saves the market and we will form some sort of view pattern on a weekly time frame. Mhm. And this is what I don't like right here, that how it closed for the month. Yeah, it closed bullish. And you know, since most of the people can't read these markets and candles and whatnot, doesn't know nothing about data. All the orange hair buddy or Jerry, whoever the fuck he is, all he has to do is just say our economy is great. We grew by, you can just say numbers and words, and we don't fucking know. If I go to people and I tell them about stock market and I mention the basic shit, job market and data and whatnot, and it goes over their fucking head. Now imagine the Trump coming telling you he's talking about fucking GDP and all these fucking words that you have no clue what the fuck they are, or you may just, oh yeah, that's GDP, that's the growth. I think that's the growth. You and you just gobble that shit up, whatever president tells you. Next thing you know, we dump and at the whole Biden this, Biden that. It says you have no clue about the finance world. It never clicks to you like, oh shit, maybe this is part of the plan, and this is they're playing with us. But but that's all I see the market doing so far. Nice, very nice. Another thing that people with Bitcoin, if we lose this price, the 87 price, whatever, don't panic and shit because we still got a stronger floor in the 79 region. So people saying that once we lose Bitcoin, let me go to the weekly. Once we lose Bitcoin, break 87,000, that's it. Da, 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 the next target is gonna be 42 and all this shit. You still have the strong areas down here for support to create a leg. So we could dump here and start creating a leg here to bounce back up again and do this shit. Otherwise, once we get down here, that's when you should be panicking. Not this shit right here. And if it holds, like I said, I believe they're gonna try to keep Bitcoin inside this area while the market consolidates and does this bullshit. And then I'm gonna be able to start a weekly trend line right here. Otherwise, if we break this and then next week or the next 2 weeks breaking down below this, it's gonna cancel this. And all you're gonna be just worried about is, hey, this is the floor. We break this floor, we're really going down to 70, 60, whatnot. And you have this green one going on down here for the weekly. That's also bad right there. Having the green one going down. Once this green one starts going down below them, especially near this one, the market by then it should be somewhere down here, but still like when you go to your daily, the fact that it's below all of them, very fucking red. Very fucking red. 12-hour candle, below it, below it. We want to see that green one start shooting above these. You see how it stays below it, below it, below it. We want this green candle, this green line to start shooting above. Otherwise, it just, especially in a higher time frame, just staying that low. Nah, son. You want this hour to recover right here. Then you're gonna start seeing the green line go up, pinching with this one, telling you, hey, we could start going up from here, and then you'll start seeing a small time frame recovering. But yeah, besides that, yeah, it's not. It's the market is scaled. It's scaled. Scaled. Yep. XRP gives me the first fucking signal besides Bitmine. Bitmine and XRP. XRP is looking like that right now, and that's gonna tell me we're gonna start breaking down fucking throughout the day. Or again, it's gonna be a whole bunch of buying area, but still holding this area, still holding you scared market. Last big resistance. That's why it's gonna most likely it's 1 o'clock. So most likely gonna stay here. And again, starting opening opening Friday or whatever the fuck it opens, it's gonna either if some war, some fucking shit happens again, you will see fucking breaking this area here and being down here on a Friday or whatnot. And especially if Friday over the weekend we go and attack them even more, you will see the S&P fucking open down here below 6,869 easily. All right, but this is Brian Seacrest signing the fuck out, folks.